Hello, good evening, welcome to your Monday. How's your weekend been? Hi Debbie, hi Ruthie, you guys are nice and early, that's fabulous. Hello everyone who's watching on my page. Peter, Tammy, Melissa, Becca, Trish, I don't know why I said Becca's name like that, who knows. If you guys are just logging on, please say hi, let me know where you're from. You know, your best chance of getting a reading is when you log on nice and early. So hello to everyone who's coming on. I'm just looking at you as you all pop up. My day's been fabulous, Jade. Thank you so much for asking. That's very kind of you. Just going to like that. That's lovely. Sandra, feeling a bit flat. Sandra, I'm just going to come to you and give you a bit of a pick-me-up, if that sounds okay for you. So a little bit flat. Now, guys, if you haven't seen me before, I do angel cards. I also do mediumship. So I do... Danielle, beautiful. Thank you, darling. Earth Angel, lovely. Yeah, so I do mediumship and that sort of thing. So if you want to do mediumship with me, I'd love to do that. But just make sure you're nice and specific. Because when we're working in this realm, there's not a lot of time. When I'm one-on-one, it's a bit different. But when we're working quickly, then it's good to have specifics. So if you want to do mediumship, absolutely fine. Just let me know who you'd like to connect with and we can make it happen. Melissa Gallimore, looking to hear from brother. Melissa, you're on my list. I'll put you down here and I'll put all the mediumship questions together. For brother, that's medium. Melissa, you're on my list. Sandra Hale, feeling flat, is also on my list. Hello, Cynthia. Hello. Haley Marie, looking for job advice. Haley, you're on my list and I'm going to look around jobs for you. So change jobs. Let's see if that's on the cards for you, Haley Marie. You're on my list. Now, I also do beautiful clearings and energy work. So pranic energy healing. Hi, Debbie Keys, Nara Warren in Melbourne. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, so energy work as well. So we do reading, healing combos, that sort of thing, if that tickles your fancy. Debbie Keys, I'm going to come to you because I think that you must need a bit of guidance being down in Melbourne. I feel sorry for you. Definitely, we all sympathise with you guys down there. So let me know if there's something in particular. Oh, beautiful. Fiona, another Melbourne person. So I'm going to put you guys together and do the two Melbourne ladies. So you are on my list. Beautiful. So yeah, let me know if either of you would like anything in particular. So Debbie and Fiona, you're both on my list, both from Melbourne. I've grouped you both together. Mum, Kat Rogers, you're on my list for mediumship. So Kat, I'm putting you down. And I do group the mediumship together to make it easier for me to sort of connect to everyone at once. So Kat, you are going in with Melissa there. So when I get to the mediumship, I'll do both of you at the same time. Michaela Davey, yes. You have caught my attention, Michaela Davey. Another first timer. Michaela, let me know if there's anything in particular. Otherwise, I'll just do general. Sue, anything about a move to Australia? Nicole. Okay, lots and lots of readings coming or messages coming through. Hello to everyone who is logging on tonight. Like right now, I just broke up with my boyfriend. Michaela, you're on my list, love. So just stay tuned and I will come to you shortly. All right, so we might get into it. Now, if I do have my eyes shut or I do sort of skip you, don't worry. It doesn't mean that I'm skipping you. It's just that I haven't been drawn to you at the moment. So what I recommend is people just copy. Fiona, oh, you're after some mediumship as well. So brother, dad or family members. So brother's on the other side, Fiona, sounds like. So I might put you in the mediumship group as well with the other two ladies. So I'm just going to do a little, I'm very organised, little red dots here to mark my mediumship people. Okay, so I'm just going to get underway. Oh, Kirsten Beasley, love. First love request of the evening, I believe, unless I've missed one. Kirsten, I'm going to come to you for a love card, relationship. Let me just look at that. That's very exciting. We love that. All right. So Sandra Howell, feeling a bit flat. Just going to come to Sandra first. So what I do is I start shuffling and just connect to Sandra's energy and just see what I need to mention there. Now, what I was saying before is I won't skip you intentionally. It's just sometimes I will not see you straight away. So copy and post your message again if you want to do that. And I can certainly come to you if I feel drawn. So let's get started. Sandra Hale, feeling a little bit flat. All right, we want to give you a bit of a pick-me-up, love, a bit of a pick-me-up for Sandra. Let me just come into your energy and see what's going on there, Sandra. I'll see if anything stands out to me as I come in there a little bit. Sandra, I just want to say to you, first of all, diet. I just really want to watch my diet. In terms of my energy, I don't know why, but I just feel like I want to say salt. So, you know, whether that's like magnesium, Epsom salts, that sort of thing, or salt internally. I feel like I want to sit in a salt soak. Salt's really good for transmuting energy, and I feel like I just want to get in that and soak it in through my pores. A float would be awesome. I recommend that to some of my healing clients as well. I feel like that'd be really good for residual. You know what? It actually feels like you're an empath, Sandra. So I really want you to also think about protecting. So putting up a bubble, protecting your energy from others, because I feel like a lot of the stuff you're absorbing from others. That one's just popped out and landed on the desk. And what that's talking about is finding that space for you in the home usually. So setting aside somewhere special so that you can have your space, and whether that's meditating that you're doing there, yoga, you know, whatever the case may be, I feel like you need to have that area dedicated just for you. And definitely do a bit of a salt soak or a float, salt float. Amazing. And I feel like that's really good for getting that residual energy off you and just kind of starting afresh. I feel like that's what you need to do. And also bubble, you know, if you can, protecting your energy, keeping it other people's energy out of your energy field, if that makes sense. All right, Haley Marie, just looking at jobs for you for next year. So just coming to life purpose, Haley, and just looking at whether or not we're changing jobs for next year. Haley, I'm just going to connect to you as well as I'm looking at your cards in front of me. I'm just coming into your energy as well. Haley, I've read for before, so she understands how the process works. And if anyone else is commenting at the moment, I do have my eyes shut, so I won't be able to see you for a little bit. So feel free to reshare your comment, and then I'll have a look when I open my eyes. If you want to book a reading with me, one-on-one or healings or anything like that, there's a link in this post, and you can do that on the post above, and that'll take you to my page. And I've got a book now function where you can book away, check my calendar, book away. I also stay online afterwards to answer your questions. So if you have any questions, concerns, queries, I stay online and I answer all of those also. So Haley Marie just asking about changing jobs. Which way do I have to come away from my logo? That way. All right. How beautiful is my orchid, by the way? Just behind me there. Beautiful, hey? Yeah, it's all flowering. All right, Haley Marie, just coming into you, having a look at jobs. Cards are flying up, but they're face down. I'm very selective. You might notice cards fly out occasionally, but I like them to land face up when they do. All right, so Haley, just going to come to you for a moment. We're looking at changing jobs for next year. Haley, I don't feel a lot of fear around you of this, which is interesting. Maybe because it's next year, it's a little ways off. But I actually don't feel any fear around you with this, which is good. Sometimes people are quite apprehensive, you know, want to be in my comfort zone, things like that. But I feel like you've been preparing it for it in some way. So I don't feel a lot of fear, which is a good sign for me. All right, so I've drawn 3 cards because this is a big question. This is about changing jobs next year. So let me have a look at that. This one's upside down. Okay, so maybe there is some fear and I wasn't picking it up. This is options. So that one was upside down. That's a little bit of, you know, work to be done with that. So actually seeing the options that are available to us, a little bit of work there. I'm not feeling the fear so much, but that's good. Speakers in the present. So that's relating to, obviously, you know, getting up in front of others, doing workshops, leading, you know, discussions, that sort of thing. So speakers in the present, and then sensitivity moving forward. So that's a sign that it could get a little challenging. With the sensitivity card, that's sensitivity to loud noises, music, you know, a lot of people, different energies, things like that. So that for me is a sign that it could get a little challenging as we go through the transition. So options, bit of work there to see what options are available. Speaker is more this, communicating. That can also relate to word of mouth, asking others, have you heard of any good jobs going, that sort of thing, you know, for next year. And also the sensitivity card. So let me just look at sensitivity because that'll give us an indication of what's coming for next year for you. what I feel like for you, Hayley, is rolling the dice. Yeah, so rolling the dice. So when we are looking potentially to make a big change, there is a risk. And so the rolling the dice is the risk. So there's definitely going to be a risk. So it might be, quitting and moving into something else, or, applying, getting something else and then having to kind of leave. But it is rolling the dice. There is a risk, if that makes sense to you. So I do feel like there will be potentially kind of a leap, a bit of a leap of faith across, but rolling the dice. So the sensitivity card, just be aware of that. As you're going through the transition, it could be a little challenging emotionally for you. But definitely seeing it on the cards because we've got the options. Yeah, we've got the options. Debbie Keys, just coming to you. Leela Chapman, you're on my list. Leela Chapman, you are on my list regarding health. So I've just put you down. Male partner this year. I may only get to one or the other, but I'll put down both as a little note here, Leela. So I've written down health, and then we'll see if we get to male partner as well. They may both come out. Debbie and the two Melbourne ladies, Debbie and Fiona, just coming to you, and then I'm getting into some mediumship. So Robin Black, we've got a couple of people wanting mediumship. Robin, you're on my list as well, Mum, or guidance for my daughter. I'm just Robin Black, just putting you on my list, and that's Mum mediumship. Great. You guys are doing so well tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It makes my day. It'd be very boring if I was just sitting here on my own, wouldn't it? Debbie Keys and Fiona, you guys are up now. So let me just come to you and give you both a little bit of guidance there in Victoria. Just seeing which cards I want to use. Maybe crystals for you guys. Yeah. All right. So let me know if there is anything specific. Made list, that's a big question. That is a big question. May's on my page watching tonight. Michelle R. Price, the light worker. May Bliss. Let me just put you down, May, and I will come to you in a moment. So husband and I are at fertility. Okay, big question. I'll see what comes up in this sort of time frame that we have, May, for you to give you a little bit of beautiful guidance. So Debbie, just coming to you. Oh, Love Life. Oh, yeah. Love that. All right. Actually, I'm going to use my first ever deck, guys. This is pretty fun. These are my first ever cards, that I ever got. So there, I'm holding them a little close, aren't I? Angels, gods, and goddesses. That's the first ever deck I have. I'm going to use them for relationships and love life. So Debbie, there's some nudity in here. So if you're bashful, maybe turn the other way. But there is a little bit of nudity in these cards. England, whee! Sarah Burston, you're on my list from England. I have you on my list, so if I say your name, please stay around because I love to get feedback. Life is unsettled. Life unsettled. Sarah, you are on my list, so please stick around. Give me some feedback, guys, if I'm on track. If not, let me know. Hello, Jane. Hello, Elsie. Whoops. Okay, so Debbie, just coming into your energy now. We're looking at love life for Debbie, relationship, that sort of thing. All right. I've got my eyes shut now as well, so if you are posting, I won't be able to see that for a little bit. So just make sure you copy and paste your comments when I do have my eyes open so that I may be drawn to you. Yay. All right, Debbie, just coming into your energy now, just looking at love life. Debbie, I feel like you're quite open in my heart. I think I just changed my tenses there, but you are very open heart space, which is good. I do just want you to watch sacral, that's womb space, and also solar plexus. Both of those feel a little stagnant to me, but heart space feels okay. It is important though that you are flowing nicely through your chakras, and so solar plexus and sacral are a couple to watch, especially sacral. Womb space and feminine. So maybe some warmth, through there might be useful for you. It has been a bit cool. Maybe some warmth through there. Just keep an eye on that space for me. Okay. Asking around love life. Let me just draw a couple of cards. Don't forget there's a little bit of nudity here, so hopefully you're not shy. They're actually really beautiful. Really, really beautiful cards. Oops. Wow, there are lots of cards actually. Big deck. I forget how big this deck is. I want both of them for you actually. All right, a couple of cards came out, additional. So check out this one first. That's bottom of the deck. That's your clarify reflections. So that's what often happens in relationships, where they reflect something back to us and we get triggered, and it can make us a little bit angry. So that's a good one to look at in terms of relationships. That could be in terms of something coming in. Now, this is you being more assertive. That's past leading into now, and that is in relationships. Yeah, so that's generally Goddess of Strength, standing up for what you believe in. It's making you more assertive, and it's also getting, respect for you from others. Okay, so that's a confirmation that you're already doing that, which is really great. This is in the moment. Now, this is about letting go of what you want so it can come to you. It's very much the whole law of attraction, angel of manifestation. You've got to let go before it can come. It's also important to give appreciation for what you already have, for more of that to come in. So that's a little bit about letting go, of your desired outcome for it to happen. Now, these ones flew out together. Oh, wow, these ones flew out together. These are great. That is actually what I said. This is getting very personal. That's actually what I said to myself for 2 weeks before my husband walked into my life. And I've been with him now for 10 years. So that is a fabulous affirmation. And that was what I said to build up my self-esteem, love for self, confidence, all those sorts of things. And that was specifically for that purpose, from this card. The other one that dropped out with that one is this one, which makes sense because it's all about soul love, but also self-love when it focuses. So that's issues of self-love. So that's what we need to work through for you before we actually welcome in anyone else into our life. But that's the end result. I promise you, hun, I did that for 2 weeks. Jason walked in my life. 10 years later, we're still together and very, very happy. So if I could inspire you in any way, shape or form, take it from me. It works. Mantras. So self-love, that's the sort of stuff that you are working through. Fiona, just going to get into some mediumship now. And I'm going to run through all the mediumship people together. So if I feel like I'm jumping you, I'm not. I'm just going to do the mediumship because it's easier to do it all together. All right, so Fiona, just connecting to brother for Fiona. And then I'm coming to the other mediumship people, Melissa, Kat, Robin. So I'll go through all of them. Then I'm coming back to Michaela Davey, who unfortunately has had a breakup. And I'm very sorry for that. I hope I didn't sound happy then. But I was excited that I'm coming to you in a moment. That feeling is my son passing, losing granddad. My son was sexually... Wow, that's a lot, Jade. That is a lot. Let me see. Jade, I might just do some general guidance because there's a lot of info in there. And if you want to connect one-on-one, I'm more than happy to sort of run through a lot of that. But when I'm in this forum, we'll just basically do some general, if that's okay, because there's a lot of detail in there. And we're a little bit limited with our time in this forum. But Jade, you're on my list, darling, so don't go anywhere. And I will give you some general guidance and draw some cards. Okie dokie. All right, so Fiona, just coming to you, brother. So I'm just going to connect to your brother. So there is a little bit of mediumship happening now. If you're wondering why I've got my... Oh, Wendy, hooray. That's great news. Wendy sold a home. Yes, awesome. Good news. I knew that it had sold, but it sounds like it's actually gone through. Brilliant. Oh, Wendy, I'm so happy for you, darling. So happy. Okay, Fiona, and guys, if I don't see you, please repost because I will come back to you. Samantha, I'm more than happy to connect to mediumship for you, but just be specific for me. So in this forum, we don't have a lot of time, and it's better for me if I know who I'm connecting to rather than just anybody, because it takes a little bit more time to do that. Fiona, just coming to your brother, my darling. So let me just do that. Oops, connecting to brother. I do actually talk to your loved ones before I come in because I know, they know that they're already coming through. So I do sort of silently speak to them and let them know it's okay for them to come through and give me, clear messages. My eyes have started watering, so that's a sign of mediumship for me when someone else comes in the room. Also goosebumps, but mediumship is a lot to do with the eyes watering. So Fiona Leonard, I'm just connecting to your brother now. Oops. That one's just popped out and landed on the table. So I just wanted to show you that if it focuses. Realizations and epiphanies. That one just popped out on the table. Fiona, I feel like with your brother, just lost half the deck. With your brother, he's very reflective, is what I want to say. So quite reflective on how he lived his life, goosebumps. So very doing a lot of this inner reflection. So what I'm going to say with you, with him rather, is quite solemn. So he's not coming in, he's not bouncing around the room. Sometimes they do, but he's doing some inner reflection. So hopefully that's making sense to you. Definitely going through, you know, my life, what I did, how things happened, how things unfolded. And this is quite specific to him. This is a process he's going through. Sometimes if they need extra guidance and counseling and things to kind of, you know, raise their vibrations a bit more, they get that. Yeah. So I just want to reassure you of that. I'm just going to see if he's got any messages particularly for you. I just need you to understand that he's doing the self work. He's doing work on self, which is really, really great. Fiona, hopefully this is making sense to you, but quickly what I'm looking at is something about the fence and the dog or something like that. So there's a reference to the dog getting out, the dog digging holes, something about the dog, so they're digging holes, digging under the fence, something to do with the fence, near the fence. So that could be, if you haven't noticed it, maybe go have a look, because you may be like digging a hole to China. But it feels like something like that. Something about the dog digging holes. So hopefully this is current and not going back. But either way, you know, you should understand that message. Something about the dog digging holes near the fence, Yeah, okay. Good, that's a good one. I love that. Okay, awesome. So hopefully that is in line with what you were sort of feeling in terms of your brother and his personality and that sort of thing. Alyssa Gallimore, I'm just going to come to you, another brother question. So just connecting to brother from Alyssa Gallimore as well. Then I'm going to connect to Kat and Robin and their loved ones. They're both mothers, interestingly enough. And also then going back to Michaela, who unfortunately has had a breakup. So just Melissa coming to now. And brother, Melissa Gallimore, just inviting your brother in now. Melissa, with your brother, I don't know what he did for a living, but there's a reference to like vehicles or something like that with him, vehicles. So whether that was like a love of vehicles or something like that, it's just a reference to vehicles at the moment. Let me just see if he'll give me a bit more info. He's talking about a bit of a like petrol or rev head or something like that. I feel like a bit of a petrol, or like liking the smell of the smoke. Could have been his younger years too, but I feel like I'm doing some burnouts or something. It's a bit of a rev head. That's what I'm feeling. Hopefully that's accurate with what you remember of your brother. Lots to do with vehicles. I'm also feeling around my head, and I do have a bit of pressure around my temples at the moment. So sometimes they'll give me the physical of what they felt like before they passed and things like that. But I do have a bit of pressure around my temples. Melissa, with you, what I just feel like from brother to you, I like to get a nice message specifically for you. And I do feel a little bit unwell here too, a bit nauseous. But what I feel like for you is like he's referencing the orange, which usually connects to sacral for me. So down into that sacral kind of womb space, you know, really taking care of that, my femininity, spiritual side, all of that, really important for you at the moment. So connecting in there. Let me just see if there's a card that wants to connect to you as well from your beautiful brother. And I'm connecting to mums, two mums. Gracefully aging. So that's looking after yourself into old age. We're doing more of that. Back in the day, people used to die quite young. So really looking after yourself, exercise, eating, all that sort of stuff. So attribute to that. If you're already doing that, that is confirmation for you that you're doing the work. So congratulations. Okay, Melissa, that was your brother. Kat Rogers, mum, and Robin Blackman's to connect to mum as well. So just coming to both of you. If you are watching, please let me know where you're from, all that sort of stuff. Hello, Salote. Oh, beautiful. Well done, Beverly. Yeah, Beverly was feeling the same thing. Pressure on her temples and stingy eyes. Awesome. Okay. Well, that's not awesome. You don't want stingy eyes. Hello. If you're just tuning in, I'm doing angel card readings and mediumship. I love health questions, relationships, all that sort of stuff, but anything really. I do a beautiful reading healing combo for $90 for an hour and a half, if that tickles your fancy. That's sounding a bit fancy. And I will stay online and answer any questions that you might have as well. Wow, that's good feedback, Fiona. Fiona, good. Yes. Hello, Donna. Hello. Oh, Donna from America. Good to see you. Jason, Queenslander. Hooray. Miranda from Cows in Victoria. Miranda, let me know if there's anything specific you would like me to look at for you. Okay. Cat Rogers. Mum, let me have a look at that. Okay, good. Let's connect to Kat and her mum. If you want to book one-on-ones, the link is in the post associated with this video. I feel like I'm moving into my logo. I keep moving back that way. All right. Just connecting to Kat Rogers and her mum. Slowing down a little bit, Kat. So when an energy is a little bit different, when I was connecting to the gentleman who was a bit of a rev head, who Fiona associated very closely with just now, just want to slow down a little bit. And what I'm seeing, and this happened actually the other day, is beautiful yellow flowers. And sometimes they'll bring these in. They're not sunflowers. They do look a little bit more like daffodils. And what usually that links that to me is breast cancer, you know, the Cancer Council. They've got those yellow daffodils, and that's what reminds me of that. So I'm not feeling physically, so I don't know if she's telling me that she had cancer, but the yellow daffodils are coming up very specifically, and it's almost like the little pin is what I can see with the yellow and the orange, you know, the little daffodil images. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at the moment. That's what she's bringing in. Okay. Let's just see if she's got any messages for you. Hopefully that makes sense. Oops. So that's representative of someone passing over. So that's what we're talking about at the moment. Obviously, we're doing a little bit of mediumship. So that's an indication of someone passing, you know, leaving the family, that sort of thing. So that's very good confirmation of what we're doing at the moment. Mum's just got some advice, and this is around devices. And obviously, I'm on a few devices. I've got a few devices going here at the moment. But a little bit of advice around devices and maybe spending a bit less time looking at them. So she's sort of indicating to me that we're sitting in front of devices a little bit too much, and I need to move away and clear my eyes a little bit, or give myself a break, and then maybe go back. I feel like you're working very hard, whether that's study or just working, you know, in front of the computer, but I feel like I'm sitting in front of the computer a lot. So the advice is to give yourself a little break and maybe move away from the computer. Okay. All right. And I do send all your loved ones back. So don't worry. I do send them back with great love and joy and blessings and all of that. I just like to do that all at the same time. Okay. Robin, mediumship was after connection to mum. Robin Black, I think your surname was. Then I'm coming back up to Michaela, Kirsten, Leela, May, Sarah, and Jade. So if anyone else wants a reading, please let me know. I've got my eyes open. So yeah, just let me know. Hello, Elsie. Thank you, my darling. I was just chatting to Elsie before in private messenger. So yeah, looking at the comments. If you have anything in particular you would like me to look at, please let me know. Robin Black, just connecting to your mother. And then anyone else who wants to let me know if they want connections and things like that. Robin Black, mum, let me just come to your mum. Robin, as mum comes through, what I actually see, and I'm not sure why, it may have been something that she liked to do when she was alive, there's a connection to family tree. So as she comes through, big goosebumps, big energy from your mum, she's doing very well, is a family tree. So what I feel like is there's some sort of real appreciation of what I've created. So it's like, you know, your mum and then your dad and then, you know, creating yourself and any siblings and things like that. But what she comes through is like a family tree. And they know they're limited with their time, so they do tend to go, bang, here it is. So there's some sort of connection to that or an association with, you know, the family tree, the ancestral stuff, you know, all that sort of stuff. She's showing me that as she walks in the door. So that's very, very specific. Yeah. Let me see if there's any nice messages for you. Oops. Who am I? Robin. Robin, I just want to say something around dairy for you. So I just feel like you may already be aware of this, but I feel like it makes me a bit bloated and I don't feel great, you know, little sharp pains or something. So, and that's largely what I felt when I stopped having dairy years ago. But there's something around a dairy intolerance is what she's telling me for you. So that's something to be aware of if you're not already. Otherwise, that'll be acknowledgement that you already have figured that out, which would be great for you. Let me just draw a card because none are flying out at the moment. And then I'm coming to some other people. Let me just see which one I like. This one is an indication that we're heading somewhere. So that's usually going to be a physical move. It can also represent someone moving into our home. Just trying to get that to focus. Could be someone moving in, moving out of our place, or we're physically moving. So let me just check that with Mum and see what she wants to say. Hopefully she'll show me bags. Usually bags signify a move or something like that. What this is feeling like is a relocation. That's what I want to say. So it's like a relocation. So picking up and moving to some other location. So that could be a transfer with work or something like that, but it's a relocation specifically is what she's saying to me. So hopefully that makes sense. It could be a transfer, you know, something like that, but maybe working in the same job. Does that make sense? So that's what that's feeling like. Relocation. Okay. Robin, that is you done. Michaela, I'm just coming back to you, my love, and you have had a little breakup. So let me just come over here. These are my lovely relationship cards. Some guidance, Samantha, Karen, stand ring. Okay, lovely. So you've drawn my attention. Just going to block someone. And guys, if you decide that you want to message anyone on my page, I will block you if you do try to solicit. So maybe easier to do it on my phone. So I'm just talking about Clerk Anderson, I think it is. So if you could just jump off, that would be awesome. Otherwise, I'm going to block you. So that would make it easier for me, and then I won't have to actually block you. So if you could jump off, that would be amazing. I just appreciate no soliciting if that is possible. Okay, good. All right, continuing. I don't think people like being solicited to either, do you? Okay. Beautiful. Okay, if anyone is soliciting, please jump off the page or you will be reported. I'm just starting my music again. Now, back to it. Michaela, Davey, broke up with your boyfriend. So let me just clear that up for you and have a little look at that. Okay. Just getting everything back on my screen. Beautiful. All right. Oh, thank you, Therese. Thank you. I appreciate that. Alrighty. Michaela Davey. Guys, you can actually delete or report people as well, I think. So if you want to do that, then feel free. I don't want anyone to be hassled by any people who are trying to solicit. So Michaela, I'm just coming to energy, my love. I'm just going to give you some beautiful guidance now. Michaela, I can feel your heart, yeah, is broken. I also feel mediumship for you. So I feel like spirit is definitely around. When I connect to your energy, I immediately feel the goosebumps and that spirit. So there's a lot of energy around you supporting you from the other side. So just try to feel that, yeah. So when you're lying in bed, you know, just try to feel the support, the energy. It feels like it's lifting you up, yeah, lifting you up. I am getting indications on my right, so that's masculine energy. So that's going to be father, grandfather, you know, something like that. But it's going to be masculine. Okay, so you definitely have support with regard to the breakup. So let me just draw some cards for you, my love, and get you some clearer guidance. I'm going to do 3 because I know you're going through a really rough period. Some people I do 1 for. It just sort of depends on what you're going through. So Michaela. All right, so 3 cards for you. And this is around breakup. Okay, so this is what we've come from. So that's the angel of union, and we've obviously had the breakup. So that's in the past, leading into now. Angel of union. So that's the relationship which has ended. Now this is in the present, so that is communication, telling people what you need, and that sort of thing. So that's really important to look at for you. Whoever is on here soliciting, please stop soliciting. You will be reported. Thank you for reporting them. Really appreciate that. I will bring this up on my phone though. Sorry guys, I'm just going to take a little time out just because I want to block this person, and it's a little bit difficult to do that if I do it on the computer. So just blocking. So if you're on here, you are getting blocked at the moment. Okay, blocking, blocking, blocking. Okay, good. So, where's Bev? Bev, I have accidentally blocked you. So if you can go get back on here, that would be amazing. And I'll just keep my phone handy there so I can get rid of anyone else who jumps on. So Bev, I apologize if you can maybe, I'm not sure how to unblock you. So apologies for that. But yes, it's not fun and we don't really need these people on here. Okay. All right. Anyway, back to it. Angel of expression. So speaking your truth, and that is being completely honest with the other person as well. And that's in the present. So that's learning how to do that. That's being more assertive. Letting them know what you need is really important. Okay. So that's what we're learning after the breakup. And moving forward, that's the same as the other lady I read for earlier in terms of relationships. So looking at how you value yourself, that's a self-love. So there's a little bit of work happening with you, and that's moving forward. That's looking into the future. Okay, so a little bit of self-love work, Michaela, and hopefully that guides you in the right direction, my darling. I know it's not easy, and I really feel for you. Kelly, oh, beautiful, beautiful. You have drawn my attention. Just making sure I don't need to get rid of anyone else. And unfortunately, I've managed to block Bev, and I didn't mean to do that. I'm not actually sure how to unblock. However, I'll figure that out later. Okie dokie. So who else have we got? Kirsten Beasley. Kirsten Beasley asking about relationships. Okay, good. Let's have a look at what else is up here. Yes, thank you for blocking, everyone. South Africa. Wow, that's awesome. Is it Sari? Sari, is that how you pronounce your name? Wow, that's amazing. South Africa, I think that's a first for me. Hannah Korn, you're on my list. Sorry, I hope that's how you say your name. Current situation, concerned about my children. Current situation and kids. Let me put you down. And kids. If you guys want to book a one-on-one, there's a link in the post. I do a beautiful relationship. I do beautiful readings. I can do mediumship if you like. There is a little bit more time when we're one-on-one to do that. And I also do readings and healings combo. So one-on-one reading is like $60, which is pretty good. And a reading healing combo is 90. So if you want to book, there's a link in this post. And you can also stay online, ask some questions. I do stay on afterwards to answer questions for you. So I'd love to hear from you after the show. I won't block you, Wendy, don't worry. I did accidentally block Bev though, so I don't know how to unblock her. I'll have to figure that out after the show. How terrible. Kirsten Beasley, just coming to you for relationship now. Let me just come into your energy and see what's going on there. Kirsten, it is feeling quite new. This is the relationship. It is feeling quite new. What I feel like is like a little, spring when you plant like a little seed and it's just starting to, just come out. You just notice something's happening there. But it does feel quite new to me. So there's not a lot of energy there yet, but that's not to say that there won't be. But, that's good. Really, really good. So let me just draw around that and see what specifically we want to look at. And this is in terms of relationship for you. So relationship, I will do 3 again. So that's good to go into a little bit more detail. This is for Kirsten Beasley. So if anyone else is coming online, please let me know. I'm looking, I have my eyes shut at the moment, but when I open my eyes again, please share your comments so I can see what you're after. So, wow, this is great. Look at that. That's good confirmation. So that's manifestation. That's your will. Look at the pen on my hand. Oh my gosh. That's your will to, you know, create this relationship. So that's great. That's what that's showing me, is that you have manifested this. So your determination. So, oh, look at this. Wow, Kirsten, look at this. It is fairly new, but that's great. Similar to the last lady, Angel of Union, partnership is blessed and destined for great success for you. So, Goddess of the Sacred Path, this is trusting your intuition. How good's this? Perfect. Sacred Path, logic, trust your feelings. So coming out ahead, coming into heart, and feeling that this is definitely right. Wow, look at this. Now, this is moving forward. That's very romantic. I told you these cards are a bit of nudity involved. So there's a bit of healing happening, and this is moving forward. So if the relationship's going with you, I'll have a look at that, as in if it's, you know, lasting and things like that. Let's have a look at that for you and see what that is. So spiritual healing's happening, but this looks good. This looks really positive for you. So let me just have a look at this one. Could be a couple of challenges, and this is moving forward. But when I say challenges, it's more about, you know, triggering. So when we're in a relationship, like the mirroring card that I pulled out before, we often reflect things back at each other to work through stuff. So it could be something more about that. But also maybe keep in mind with this person, I feel like there could be like an ex or something like that, you know, that, I don't know, maybe trying to cause waves or something. There still feels like there's some connection. Not saying that he's not let go, but it feels like there's still an ex. So that could be a connection to children or something like that as well. But that's just coming up and that's moving forward. So that could be some challenges, you know, for you guys moving forward, but not the end of the world. I love it. And that is a great clarifier union for the pair of you. So that's great, Kirsten. You are on the right track. Leela Chapman, you're after health and also a bit of info about a male partner. So let me just come to, where are we going to come from Leela regarding health? Maybe the crystals, little crystals. All right, Leela, I'm just going to come into your energy and just see what's going on. Actually, no, the big ones. Oh, Jude, hello. Oh, Jude, it's so good to see your name. I haven't spoken to Jude for ages. So I'm sharing cross-posting on my business page, which is Michelle R. Price, the Lightworker, in case you're wondering sometimes where I'm looking. Jude, I'll do a career card for you. That is no problem at all. Beautiful. And that was for Kirsten Beasley, who I was just reading for them. Okay, so scrolling all the way down. Carrie Addison, hello. Facebook instead of Skype. What's that in relation to, Jason? Facebook instead of Skype. Jason's fabulous, really good energy. Love you, Jason. Thank you for jumping on each week. Oh, Jason, with my bookings, I actually use Zoom. So does that work for you? I actually use Zoom. So you can actually just put the Zoom is what I use. So this is for Jason. We can actually use Messenger. It's just a little bit hard because then we have to go and get, you know, be friends and connect on Messenger, and it just does make it a little bit more difficult because I can't call you from the business page. But I use Zoom, so hopefully that works for you. Let me just put this back up. Alrighty, Leela, just coming to you. You're asking about health and also a male partner. So let me just come into your energy, Leela, and just see what's going on health-wise with you. Oh, that's a good one. Grounding. It's a little bit of that required. We're up in our head a fair bit. So grounding's bringing you back to earth. I feel like sometimes you could just float away. And it's really important to take your shoes off, connect to the earth. If you've got herbs growing in the backyard, rub them together between your fingers, give them a nice smell. That's bringing you back into the present. I feel like you can be a little bit up in your head, which is not good because we don't trust our instinct and our intuition. Intuition more than instinct. But we want to come back into the gut and also feelings. So let me just look a little bit deeper with you as well. So definitely wanting to ground. So relating to sacral as well. So that's your creative space into sacral. So connecting in there. So let me just see if there's anything specific we want to mention in there. Leela, in terms of health, what I want to say to you, similar to what I was saying to someone before, is maybe spending a little bit less time in front of devices and maybe having some meditation time, because I feel like I'm up in my head a lot, and that might change that for you. What else do we want to talk about with health with Leela? Leila, I'm also feeling like I'm a bit dehydrated. So something that I love to do is put some lemon in my water if it makes it easier to drink. But I feel like you need a little bit more water, maybe to flush those kidneys out or something. Feels like a little bit of a detox, but nothing major. But yeah, just a bit of a flush out is what I feel like your system needs. Maybe getting that solar plexus moving a little bit too would be really good for you. So grounding and creativity, really important for you at this stage. Let's just see if a third card wants to pop out. Also probably a little bit of work through definitely solar plexus, but maybe heart space as well, a little bit of heart healing. Now this is very feminine. So as you would be aware, moonstone is one of the most feminine stones. It's also connecting into third eye. So it actually assists with our visions and dreams and things like that. So cycles is actually paying attention to what we feel like at certain times of the month. Obviously we are women, so we have high energy, low energy, depending on what the moon is doing. We follow the cycle. So that's about paying attention to your cycles. And noticing when you feel tired at certain times of the month, go to sleep, get the rest that you need. So that's listening to your body more, yeah, in answer to your question about health, listening to your body more. Okay, so just coming into May Bliss, you're asking about fertility. May, I'm just going to maybe come to a different deck. Which deck do I want to come to for May? Crystal Grid. All right, so I'm just using Crystal Grid for you, May. You're asking about fertility. Anyone else? Rhonda Hill, first timer. Hello, Rhonda Hill. You're on my list. So Rhonda, let me know if you want anything specific. You've drawn my attention. And I'm happy to look at something in particular for you. Otherwise, I will just do a general card reading. So welcome, Michelle R. Price, the light worker, as you can see from my logo, that way. It's so weird, everything's backwards. So yeah, if you want to book a reading with me, then I will certainly be here. I'll stick around online, but there's also a link to my post if you want to book a one-on-one readings, healings, whatever you feel to do, I can do. So the link is there and you can click book now and check my schedule. Overwhelmed on which path to take. Miranda, you sound like you need some direction. Okay, Miranda, let me come to you. I'm overwhelmed on what path to take. Miranda, let me get some guidance for you. Miranda Gadina, spiritual, bit unsure, but if it's spiritual crossroads, let's put that down. Hey, that'll narrow it down for me. Beautiful. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate that. It's beautiful. I love on a Monday. So Pavati, if you just want to book a one-on-one reading, it's just an hour reading. So if you want to do a connection for mediumship, or to find out if someone's passed over, then yeah, just book a one-on-one with me. Just a reading, 1 hour reading is fine. Pavati. So just going to put you on my list to remind me. If you have any trouble, the link is in the post associated with the video, and you should be able to go there and see me and what's going on. Awesome. So I will have a look at Miranda. At the moment I'm doing May, and we're just asking about fertility, May. So just let me come there for you. May, what I want to say, and this is around fertility, is I do feel a bit stressed and a bit anxious. And this is normal. But what I want to say is, like with that other person that I was reading for around, was it fertility before? It was a little bit about having to let go before we can get what we want. So I just feel like I want to stress a little bit less and potentially even keep a bit of warmth in that area, that part of my body. So that sacral sort of area, get a little bit of warmth in there. I also feel like, I'm aware of like, time, body clock. So that's also a bit of pressure. So I feel like I just want to relax that, have fun, go out, do what you enjoy, laugh lots, that sort of thing. It's all a distraction, but also, be grateful for what you got, because you obviously have, great things around you, things you're grateful for, even if it's just a sunrise, you know what I mean? It's really important to be grateful and appreciate what is around you at the moment. A bit of a detox. Now, this one's upside down. That's past leading into now. That one's upside down. So that shows that we do need to do a little bit more of that. Okay. So the red's obviously connecting in with root chakra, which is an important part of what we're talking about. The courage needs a little bit of work. So we're just getting there in terms of courage. 3 and 4 is also the number for angels. So signifying that they are around, and that's past leading into now. Transformation is in the present. So that's the amethyst, obviously connecting into our spirit connection, meditation, you know, all that sort of stuff. Amethyst is amazing for that third eye. That's visions and dreams. So going through a bit of that at the moment, which is awesome for you. Transformation. Wow, how good is this for a clarifier? I was just talking about that. Yeah, manifestation. That's what it is. So moving forward, what we're doing is actually making that happen. We're manifesting. And that's great clarification, because I was literally just saying that. Bottom of the deck, though, we need to do a little bit of this as well. So that's cleansing, a bit of a detox. Yeah, and that's shungite. I have a piece of that next to me in a pyramid. So it's really important to do that as well for your body. That's the overall message. So just watching, you know, toxins, any sort of stimulants, nightshades, you know, caffeine, all those sorts of things, really important. That's self-explanatory. But in the present, we're doing a bit of transformation, which is great. So there's a purpose to this journey. Not everyone has to go through, you know, that journey, but there's definitely a purpose in that for you. So we've got root chakra, connecting up to crown chakra with the purple. So spiritual connection. So meditation would be really good for you, and visualization, visualizing, you know, your future, what you want, if that is, you know, children and things like that. And also the manifestation. So that's creating, thanking, you know, putting it out there. Hey, this is what I really want. Thank you in advance, let it go. Yeah, and that's how it works. So hopefully that helps you and makes a bit of sense. Sarah Burston, feeling a little bit unsettled. Sarah Burston. So let me just come to Sarah Burston. I might just do angel therapy for Sarah. Hello, Anna. Hello. How you going? Let me just move these back up. Oh, Michelle Marie. Hello. Yeah, that's an interesting one, Michelle. I will come out and visit you. I'm just trying to get final word from my friend. I'm going to come up and visit a friend who is also in Harvey Bay, which is where you are. So I'm going to just coordinate that with her as well. Sarah Burston, life unsettled. Let me just come to you. Sarah Burston. Okay. Feeling a little bit unsettled. We don't want that. So I'm just going to do a 1 card for some of the people now, just so I can get through everyone. So Sarah Burston, feeling unsettled. Let me just come into your energy. Sarah, what I just want to say at the moment is there's a little bit of worry going on, and it's unnecessary. So it's actually just causing, I feel like I'm overthinking, overanalyzing. It's like things are going around in my head a little bit. So I really want you to watch your thoughts at the moment. Sometimes what helps with that is actually not speaking. And I'm not telling you to be quiet, but sometimes it helps when we don't speak, because it makes us pay attention to what our thoughts are saying and whether they're positive or not. I feel like a lot of this is to do with that, you know, up here, really listening to that and paying attention. Okay, what else can we tell Sarah? I'm just going to draw a card. Sarah's in the UK. Hello from Australia. Okay, feeling a little bit unsettled. Sarah, this is a really good for you. Oh, yeah. So the first card that's come up is an indigo. So an indigo child is sometimes a little bit challenging, and they can be a bit of a handful, maybe not fitting in that well. That's the first card that's popped out for you. So that's usually an indication that you have an indigo child in your life. If you don't have children, that'll be you. But they're the ones who don't fit in. They're a little bit different, and, you know, that can be difficult for them at school and things like that. Sacral chakra for you is your womb space. So definitely paying attention to that area in the present. That's creation, you know, creating new ideas, that sort of thing. So there's a desire there, but if you're feeling unsettled, it's not optimal. But there is a desire there. We also want to maybe heal that area. So maybe a bit of heat, bringing heat into that area for you. And a bit of forgiveness, and that's moving forward. So that's a bit about letting go, acceptance of people's differences, not saying that what they did is okay, but just letting go so we can move forward. So I feel like there's a bit of stuff that I'm holding onto there, and I really want to look at that for you, Sarah. So we really need to, yes, let go. I know I was going to do 1 card, but I just felt like Sarah needed more. I changed my mind. Jade Beckerson. Jade is after some general guidance. So if you are still on here, let me know. I love to get feedback. Let me know if I'm on track. Helga, you're after a relationship. Helga, I'll put you down. I'm just going to do one card readings for everyone now. So you've caught my attention. Helga, you're on my list. Don't go anywhere. And you're after a relationship. So I'm just going to do one card to get through everyone. I know I said I'd do that with Sarah, but I got a bit carried away. Jade, general guidance. Let's just see what drops out for Jade. These are the crystal cards. Rochelle Sharman, if you're wondering. And they are delightful. They're a very thick pack, and often I do drop them on the table. Okay, and yeah, please give me feedback. I'd like to know if I'm on track. If you want to book a one-on-one, the link is in the post, and I'd love to see you. I do stay around afterwards, and yeah, have a chat if you've got any questions. Oh, excellent. That's good feedback. Okay, so Jade, general, so communication. This is for Jade. So that's speaking up, being assertive, really starting to be confident with that. And it's also respecting yourself as well. So respecting yourself enough to speak up. It also feels a little like with you, it's a bit uncomfortable. So it's like, you know, having a bit of a challenge, challenging yourself to, you know, speak up, communicate clearly, all that sort of stuff. Okay, so that's for Jade, a bit of general. Sari or Sari, current situation, and you were in South Africa, I believe, with kids. So let me just have a look at this for you. It might be a different deck though, maybe these ones again. So back to angel therapy, these adoring virtue. So sorry, I'm just going to have a look at those for you. Oh, thank you, trees. Hi, Nikki. Thanks for watching. Thanks everyone who's still on here watching. I do give away a free reading every so often too, so it's good when you watch to the end, because sometimes I will just award a 30-minute reading to someone for free and I won't charge you, so that's pretty fun. So it is always worthwhile hanging on till the end. I keep moving in front. I feel like some people say, look, I got a tattoo, because I sit there like that sometimes and I don't realize. So I need to sit over on the left. All right, so sorry, just coming through to you for current situation. Let me just connect your energy and see what I'm feeling. This is Sari in South Africa. Sorry, it is a little toxic, love. I feel like I don't want to be wherever I am at the moment forever, because it does feel, oh, is it coming out of that? Your energy just feels toxic. Let me just see if it's where you're at or what your energy is. Yeah, energy. I feel like you need to do some smudging or something. Can you do some clearing? Have you got, you know, sage? I feel like I really want to clean the outside of my energy. And what I was saying to someone before is, you know, salt bath, Epsom salts, magnesium, you know, anything like that. I feel like that'd be really good for you, because you've got a lot of residual energy on you and it does feel quite toxic. And the kids feel that, yeah, because they're empaths. So I do want to, you know, sort that out with my energy. And yeah, because the kids will definitely pick that up. I'm going to put out a couple of cards for you because I just feel like you definitely need it. So I do sometimes do that. Okay, so parents, there's connection to parents in this as well. So that's potentially, you know, where you are at the moment. It just feels like you've got a lot of residual energy on you that I want to get rid of. I want to clear that. Raphael, Master Healer. So that's confirmation for me. He works with me in my readings and my healings. So Raphael is a Master Healer. He's got the emerald green shower. And I often use him when I have people on the table. He's amazing. So he's the Master Healer. It's an indication of that mediumship. So if you want to connect with me one-on-one, more than happy. But otherwise, that's what we're doing at the moment. So giving you some guidance. So I do feel like you need to just clear off the residual energy. I'm not going inside. I'm just going on the outside. I feel like I need to get rid of that. So whether you're an empath, that's on the bottom of the deck as well. Asking for help from your angels with the situation. So giving you reassurance and that sort of thing, really important, that you can talk to your angels about that, sorry, as well. So just get that, you know, exterior cleaned up and that will make a huge difference for you. Jude Rainey, you're asking about career. Jude, I'm going to use my beautiful deck from Linda Willow Roberts for this. So Jude is beautiful. Haven't seen Jude for ages. So just going to do a little career reading for Jude. Hello to everyone who's watching on my page. Hello, Beverly. Hello, Debbie. Should I stay or should I go now? Oh my gosh, you're hilarious, Debbie. Love that. You got my attention. You got my attention. Hello to everyone who's on here. Katie, future career, relationship, Samantha. I'll put you down. I'll see. We probably don't have a lot of time, Samantha, but I'll pop you down and see if we can do relationship. That's very funny. I like you, Debbie. Funny lady. All right, Jude, just coming to career. So I'll just do one card for Jude and then I'll whiz through all these other guys. And then I'll be back on next week from 7:15. But if you want to do a one-on-one, then please click on the link in this post and book now. It'll be awesome. I'd love to see you. Jude, just drawing for career for Jude at the moment. These are my magical manifestation cards too, Jude. So they're very special. Linda Willow Roberts is an amazing psychic medium. She designed these and put a lot of thought into the imagery. Well, this is exciting. Now I am doing more than one card. I always cheat, don't I? So let's see. So the manifestation cards are really, really powerful in terms of, here we go. There's actually a wild card in this deck as well, which is really exciting. So, Jude, this is what we're looking at the moment, and you've got the wild card. So dreaming is creating what you want. This is in terms of career. Dreaming is essentially realizing you can do whatever you want. There's a lot of beautiful imagery in that. The dream catcher is one. What's my next step is in the present. So that's the question, and we're asking that question. That's the wild card though, my darling. So I'm going to draw another card. That means you get another card. What's my next step? In the present. Looking ahead, we're shining. So that's future. So that means, you know, doing what you want to do, loving what you do, being really happy, living the dream, and earning money from that. Also notice the Merkaba in there. So I work with the Merkaba. That's my symbol. You can see the Merkaba in my logo there. So that's a very, very powerful symbol. That's also one of Metatron's symbols. So working with numbers, you know, symbols, all of that sort of stuff is Metatron. So let me just draw around that because you've got the what's the next step card, and that is looking at the wild card. So I just want to see what is coming in. I'm just going to ask around career for you and see what jumps out at me. Maybe that one. Interesting. All right, so the work we need to do, Jude, this is around career before we change, is a bit of this. So that's going to be coming out for a few ladies tonight, self-love. So working on that before we can actually jump into that, which is the end result. So that's good news, yeah? But a bit of self-love work before we do that. So that's what the next step is for you. Rhonda Hill, just going to do, I use manifestation, I think, for Rhonda as well. So let me just come into Rhonda's energy. Rhonda is a first timer, welcome. And we will just have a look at Rhonda really quickly as well as a first timer, trying to whisk through everybody. I always get carried away and talk and distracted and, oh, Lordy. All right, so Rhonda Hill, just coming to you. Beautiful. So just going to draw a couple of cards. These are the manifestation cards specifically. So, oh, same, hey? Good. These are for Rhonda though. Awesome. Okay. Okay. Future's an interesting one. Oh, wow. Rhonda, wow. Sorry for the language. Okay. Past leading into now. That's generally working with children. So that's past leading into now. And that can also be, you know, to do with raising, you know, homeschooling, that sort of thing. I guess at the moment it's got a few different meanings. And this is for Rhonda, who's a first timer. And so we got the Shine card again. That's why I was saying same. So we got the Shine card again, the Merkaba, the hummingbird, all good luck. So that is in the present, Rhonda. So that's really good news. And this is a rude word. So apologies for that. But that's what it is. So it's like, own what you're responsible for. We don't want to be a victim. We don't want to put blame on anyone else. It's really important for you to recognize what's yours and what's others and hand it over to them. But that is also really empowering for you. So that's you standing on the stage there. So it's like, own your shit and let everyone else have theirs. And that's you in your element, Rhonda. So that is fabulous. All right. Thank you, everyone. I will stick around. I'll answer your questions if you have any after the show. And yeah, I'll be back next week from 7:15, and I'd love to connect with you all again. Thank you so much for tonight. It's been so much fun. Haley Marie, I did do you earlier, love. I did you second, Haley Marie, if you're listening. So if you want to go back and read or listen to the messages, I'm just logging off here now. So I'm just going to reply to Haley Marie. I read for you at the start. And yeah, so we'll be back next week, 7:15. So Haley, if you just want to watch the video back, you'll be able to see your beautiful reading. Thank you, everyone. I will see you next week. It's been a delight. And yeah, 7:15. Otherwise, come and have a chat to me after the show, because I'll be hanging around and taking your questions. Chat soon. Bye.